Hey guys, Washed Up DotA here with a completely different video where I am going to watch one of my friends play a game. And I'm going to talk about the game. I'm going to analyze the game. This is I think 3 to 4K MMR. It's just about Ancient Legend 5. He doesn't know that I'm doing this. I don't even know if he's consenting, but who cares? This is public. He can't stop me from doing this. What we're going to do is we're going to do a full live game analysis where I talk about the state of the game, what heroes ought to be considering on both teams, not just on my friends, and most importantly, I don't have to focus on playing my game while I do this. So my friend has picked Arc Warden. Okay, that's who my friend is. His team is Radiant. They have got. I'm guessing this is offlane Pudge. Maybe support hard carry Pudge. I don't know. Maybe mid Pudge. Mid Pudge, safe lane Arc Warden. Okay, that's my bet. Their offlane then is the Abaddon probably, and they're against Dire, Warlock, Magnus offlane for sure. I'm guessing mid Alchemist, safe lane Juggernaut, pretty standard. I don't know that for a fact. Oh, I was wrong. Pudge safe lane. Okay. I mean, I was close. Okay. Pudge safe lane, mid Arc Warden, that's fine. Arc Warden does great with levels. He wants to get 6 fast, he wants to get his Midas. And yeah, they do have the offlane Abaddon. His team comp is lacking a little bit of stun. They've got some CC, which is fine. I don't know if they have the best peel for Arc Warden though, so we'll see. I do feel like they're gonna come into some troubles against this Magnus Warlock combo. That is an absolutely oppressive team fight that the Dire have. But for now, let's just focus on the lane matchups. So it's going to be the Pudge Shadow Shaman against the Magnus. I'm guessing Warlock. It's not the strongest lane. It's not horrible. I don't know what they're doing here. They're trying to go for first blood, but the problem with the lanes right now for Dire, as I see it, is they're not going to have a very easy time in either of their lanes. Juggernaut against Abaddon is okay. Lion can sort of help set up stun and spin, but Abaddon is pretty okay at getting spun on. He's got way more movement speed than Juggernaut. He can kind of just run away. And not just that, but he's also pretty good at harassing him. Like, Juggernaut has to use spin to stop the harass coming out from Abaddon. I mean, you can see he's I mean, look at this. He's literally just attacking him to death. He has to spin. If he doesn't spin, he's gonna die. Okay? He's literally gonna, yeah, that's what I thought. So now he's used spin. That's gone for 42 seconds. He's gonna have a rough lane. He does not have the regen for this. He needed to spin way sooner than that. He let him get way too many hits in. Oh, this is going to be such a fun game for Abaddon. This lane is going to be so easy now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, what Lich just did now, I'm going to say something, okay? It seems like he did a really good play. Like, oh man, he got first blood. Good job, Lich. I'm going to talk about the concept where sometimes the best thing you can do is to let an enemy hero live, but at really low HP. And you're going to see that come into play a lot in mid lane. You're going to see that come into play in certainly in the safe lane as well. Juggernaut, his life was so low. He basically couldn't lane. He couldn't CS. There was nothing he was going to be able to do. Had they just killed his courier coming in, which would have required Lich to have a ward up. He doesn't have a ward up. He would have had to camp that area. But Juggernaut was never going to last hit. He was in a position where he literally wasn't going to be able to do anything. But it's fine. A kill is a kill, I suppose. They get first blood gold. It's not bad by any means. It goes to a support. You know, is that the best thing in the world? It's okay. It's okay. And now they are kind of just dealing with Abaddon. Hard. It's hard. This is a pretty good lane. Honestly, pretty strong lane. Which is what I was saying. I don't even know where Jug is anymore. He's jungling. Okay, let's go to the mid matchup. Alchemist and Arc Warden. Alchemist should be winning this pretty handedly, I think. I don't think there's any way for me to check. No, I'm trying to look for the last hit button. I can't see this because this is technically this is a live match, so I can't see any of the stats. But I would be shocked if Alchemist wasn't winning this mid lane right now. This should be a very easy lane for Alchemist. Yeah. I don't really know what dance they're doing right now. I don't know what this is. It's a little bit confusing. Yeah, I mean, Pudge and Shadow Shaman should also be having a pretty good time. Should be. I do think they got a kill earlier, but I'm not going to focus too much on that lane. It's pretty straightforward. I'm surprised they didn't put Lich down there, to be honest. I think Lich would have been such a much stronger support for the Pudge. If you hook into slows, that's basically death. You don't need a stun for that. You don't need shackles for that. But that's fine. Top should be going pretty easy for Abaddon. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what's going on bot. I don't know what they're doing. So let's talk about starting items a little bit and why they're important. So Juggernaut went Wraithband, which is fine. It gives him armor, which is nice. But the problem is this Abaddon has so much movement speed. He's able to just kind of harass the Juggernaut over and over again, and Juggernaut can't really do much. I think if he had gotten boots, he'd be a lot more mobile in the lane. He'd be able to sort of get his last hits and get back out. Wraithband is nice. It gives him armor. You know, it gives him a bunch of stats that he wants. But I really do think what he wants in this lane, more than anything else, is movement speed. He went the wind lanes, but he doesn't have the boots. So Abaddon is unfortunately still going to be faster. This is... You know, this is kind of, I would say, not an optimal item build for going against an Abaddon. You know, Abaddon's weakness is he can't do anything except right-click you, right? He doesn't have any stuns. He does have a kind of weak nuke, but he can't really do much else. And if you don't have enough movement speed, he can really punish you with his Curse of Avernus. Lich, this is the #1 mistake that all supports on lower levels make. I'm gonna point this out right here, okay? Do not have no mana regen. Lich has no mana, and because of that, they can't play aggressive. He can cast now both his spells while he slowly regens his mana, but like you can't have this, right? Like now he can't nuke again. Imagine if he had another nuke, Lion would be dead. Like he might still be dead actually. And in fact, he did get another nuke up. Good for him. Yeah, because of his death charge, as you can see, any unit dying within 1,200 range of Lich restores 2.5% of his max mana. Dying heroes restores 15%. But again, you just don't want to be in a situation where you're out of mana like this. Yeah, buying mangoes is great. Buying clarities is... I mean, he doesn't have enough mana to cast the spells right now. Right? I mean, it's not great. It's not really ideal. Especially when you've got a hero like Lion that's constantly draining your mana. He's just basically like a almost useless support when he doesn't have mana, right? I guess he's getting some mana back from the deaths that are happening near him. But once again, right? Out of mana, can't really cast the spells. It's not what you want. They could be getting so many more confirmed kills. He's again out of mana, right? Like you don't want to be playing like this if you're support. It's different if you're a Lion maybe where you can drain mana at any point, but you definitely don't want to do that as a hero like Lich, Crystal Maiden. There's a lot of heroes that really need their mana, and this is a lesson, okay? I'm not going to keep harping about that. It's pretty obvious that is causing some problems in the top lane right now. They can't play aggressive. Abaddon kind of wants to right-click people. Can't do that if your support isn't able to back you up. Mid lane, Alchemist got the kill. This is definitely an Alchemist favored matchup. I'm not going to focus too much on this lane because there's really not much that Arc Warden can do. He wants to get Midas. This is not a fun matchup for him. Alchemist is tanky. Alchemist has good base damage. Alchemist has good attack animation. Alchemist doesn't even care about harassing you. He just wants to get creeps. It's really hard for an Arc Warden to stop an Alchemist from getting creeps. So not too much to be said about that. Yeah, they missed the 7-minute timing, I think. Or did they? Yeah, they lost that rune. Is that a ganking Alchemist? I've never seen that in my life. He's not going to catch the Abaddon. Abaddon's way too fast for that. And it looks like bot is doing okay now as well. A lot of deaths on the Shadow Shaman. I'm guessing he's been getting skewered back, which is really odd. I don't know how they've managed to do that to Shadow Shaman. But yeah, I mean, Pudge is pretty good against Magnus and pretty strong against Warlock. Anytime you hook anybody, there should be a kill. So lucky he's getting this rune here. I don't know if they can they kill the Alchemist here? Oh man, they do. They actually do kill the Alchemist. It takes basically everyone on Radiant, but they do it. It's Arc Warden is literally dying. It's crazy. No, he's okay. He's okay. He's sad that he doesn't get the Midas in time for his double. For sure, he's sad about that. But this is Arc Warden's timing. He's got his double. He's got Midas. He can just kind of recover from whatever happened in the lane. And that kill was big. Having everyone teleport mid was great. And you want to look at the lane state, right? I mean, that was a good time for the supports to teleport. That was a very great gank. Why? Nothing's happening top. The lane wasn't pushed. So at that point, it's fine for you to just go somewhere. It's kind of safe. Even though Abaddon teleported as well, if you had left Abaddon alone, he would have been safe. There's like, he's on his side, so it would have been okay. Similarly for bottom, I mean, Pudge is kind of just playing it cool in his lane. Shadow Shaman leaving to get a gank off is absolutely fine. Pudge is gonna miss a hook. Oh, it's unfortunate. Okay. There we go. Easy kills. Very strong for Pudge right now. And simultaneously they get a kill top, which uses all of his mana. Gets it all back, but he uses his spells. Easy kills. Yeah, this is a very strong lane for Radiant. I think it's very hard for Jug to play into this, especially because he doesn't have the right items to do it. Okay, in terms of game state, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what each team wants and what's kind of happening here. Arc Warden wants to farm, Alchemist wants to farm. They're both very farm-heavy heroes. Alchemist is going to outfarm the Arc Warden with his Radiance, but he has to get the Radiance first. I don't know how close he is. He's probably got another, I would say, 3 or so minutes based on his farm. But, I mean, they both want to farm. They kind of just want to play it chill. Alchemist needs to be focused on CS, not on trying to get these weird kills. I mean, that's not happening. Meanwhile, Juggernaut is kind of playing from behind. He's recovering. Pudge wants to fight. That's what Pudge wants to do. You can see he's building an Eternal Shroud. So what we're likely going to be seeing is Abaddon and Pudge are going to be running down lanes, looking for towers, looking for push, and looking for ganks. Shadow Shaman with Ward, they're going to get a lot of towers. What we're going to see develop in this game for sure, I'm going to tell you right now, Radiant's going to get a whole bunch of towers. They've already gotten one top from Abaddon. Juggernaut's too weak to fight, and he finally has his, he has phase boots now to run away from this Abaddon. Ooh, yeah, that's I don't know what this Juggernaut is doing. Juggernaut is not playing right. And Lion just whipped the stun. What is going on? Like, actually, what is going on? I don't know what's happening here. This is so odd to me. He way overdove this. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you don't do that, guys. I've talked about this in many of my other videos. When you're ahead, don't dive. They did get the kill on the Juggernaut, which is, that's good. But you could have just backed off and it would have been fine. There's no reason to keep chasing. Common rookie mistake. Okay. Let's see, they've got something going on mid again. I don't know why they're so deep. This is crazy. Lich doesn't even have Lich doesn't even have his ultimate. I don't know why they're so deep like this. Yeah, they're just feeding the alchemist now. And yeah, he's pretty darn close to his radiance. Oh, that was a nice hook. I think he's dead. Nice. That was a really good kill on the alchemist. So that pudge hook really saved the fight there. They dove really far for no reason. They didn't get any kills. Now they do because of that hook. And what is happening now? This lion is dead. I don't know why he's just standing there in the middle of nowhere. He was, I don't know, mana draining. I don't know for what. You know, it's not worth dying to drain mana a few times. Yeah, I mean, exactly what I was going to say is going to happen. You know, you see the Pudge and the Abaddon kind of just playing ham. I don't think they should be doing that. They should just be taking objectives, but they're the ones who want to dictate the tempo of the game. They want to make moves happen. It's funny, the Pudge is sort of playing a position 2 role in the sense that he's tempo setting right now. He's playmaking, and the Arc Warden is playing more of the position 1 role, where you're kind of farming, getting to your timings. Doesn't even have boots. Do you no longer need boots on Arc Warden? Is that new? I don't know. He doesn't have boots. I don't know. Okay. Well, they just got another pretty good kill. So let's talk about what you want to be doing if you're dire in this position, okay? You're behind. Your lanes have lost. You might be okay on farm. Like, I'm sure Alchemist farm is fine. Maybe not so much now that he's died once. But this is still a very winnable game. And what you want to do now is you want to recover. He manages to steal the Wizard Room, this Pudge. I mean, this Pudge is so strong right now, right? He's got 7 kills. He's 2.5k HP. Massive magic resistance, which is most of their damage. Nice. That was good. That was really nice. Is it enough? No, this Pudge is way too tanky. That's crazy. I mean, that was perfect, right? Like, they could not have asked for more, and they're still going to lose this fight. That's wild. Yeah, Warlock is dead now. Yeah, the problem is the Juggernaut is so behind. If the Juggernaut was there, they might have been able to pick up more kills, but that was a perfect mag RP. That was Warlock ult follow up, and they could only kill 2, which is I mean, they got the Pudge, but Pudge is pretty happy trading there, right? He gets a kill, he gets 2 ultimates. Is he? What's going on here? Is he feeding the golem? Gotta use that to farm, buddy. Yeah. Passive game for dire. They kind of just want to farm. Juggernaut's been doing some sort of jungle rotation probably over here. We haven't seen him anywhere else, so I'm guessing he's going to be up there doing something. Meanwhile, Alchemist has hit his Radiance timing a little bit late, to be honest, but he's going to recover pretty easily. It's an Alchemist. Arc Warden is just hard farming away. He's doing great. He's having a great time. 0-1, but he's highest level in the game, and he's gonna just keep he's gonna keep accelerating forward. And yeah, look at this death ball, right? This is exactly what you want to be doing as Radiant when you're ahead. Dire, the ones that have to be scared. Oh, that is... Don't do that if you're Pudge. You know, go for the hooks that are guaranteed. Oh man, this is cringe. This is painful to watch. This is actually painful to watch. I don't know what Dire is doing. Oh my god, this Juggernaut just... Oh man, that was really bad. It's really bad. Man, this Juggernaut is not a good player. If this is your position 1, I'd be worried. I mean, you can't Omni Slash. Oh no. It's funny. Pudge got fogged. If he just dismembered during the pull, it would have been okay, but he got fogged by the trees, and so he missed that. That's why you always dismember while they're still in vision. Yeah, I don't feel so good about this Dire team right now. They've got such a good team fight. They've got Magnus, Warlock, and Juggernaut. If you put in power on Juggernaut, I mean, that's literally a team wipe for sure if you get them in an RP. The problem is the Dire is just really not playing so well. They are taking these fights where they really ought to be winning, but they're not, in part due to misplays, in part due to just how ahead Radiant is. You can see Pudge is just... I mean, this is the item build you want to go, right? You get Shroud, and now you've got a ton of magic resistance. And now he's going Shivas, which is going to give him armor. I don't know if he's going full Shivas. He might just be getting Veil of Discord, which is fine. You know, it gives you a good amount of armor, some amount of regeneration, and it gives you that magic amp, which is, like, you know, that's everything you want on a Pudge. It's pretty good. Honestly, pretty darn good. I'm not saying it's the only item build. I'm not saying it's the best item build. I personally would have gone Ags this game, especially after getting Shroud, but it's fine. Nothing wrong with Veil of Discord. Just, you know, it's cheaper than Ags. Definitely not as good as Ags. But he wants to fight. I think the biggest mistake he can make right now is doing this, right? Like, he doesn't need to farm jungle creeps. I guess he's getting his blink. That's fine. That's fine. And Arc Warden's pretty big now. Yeah, you can see Arc Warden already has his Gleipnir up, so he is sitting pretty. Alchemist is just farming. He's so behind. He had such a good start. He needed to just get his Radiance and farm. But the problem is his lanes were so weak, he felt, I guess, some amount of pressure. Like, he felt like he had to do something. Which, I mean, not the right choice there, I don't think. Not the right choice. He needed to just focus on farming. Oh no. The Juggernaut is getting so lucky. The fact that Pudge hasn't gotten a single dismember after a hook on him is definitely Pudge misplaying. Great hooks though, you know? Yeah, I don't think Warlock knows how to micro his golem. He's just feeding it. But yeah, I mean, the whole time, Elk's going to be farming. He's getting items. I don't know about Shadowblade. I don't know what that really does here. But what do I know? I mean, imagine he gets a BKB and he just runs out the Arc Warden. I don't know. I think it could have been pretty good. Pretty good. If you really need some mobility, then even Blink Dagger, which is a lot cheaper than the Shadowblade. I don't know why he would go for the Shadowblade there. But yeah, I mean, the game is going kind of as expected. Radiant's playing a little bit slow. There's too much farming. They really need to just drop wards. Like, just drop wards. Drop wards. Right? Take this tower. Nice. Good hook. Oh, that's great. That's a kill for sure. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah. Radiant's too strong. I think they are in doo-doo. Yeah, I mean, if I'm Radiant, what I do here, what you want to do here is you just want to fight, right? No farming. You know you're winning these team fights even when their ults are up. It doesn't matter if they have their ults up, if you can just ignore them and win the team fight anyways. I really thought that Dire would have a lot stronger team fights, but I think they're just too far behind at this point, and they've really not been playing super well. Like, they're not getting their combos off, and they're just making some very weird Weird greedy plays. This Juggernaut is not so great. Great hook. That's a dead lion for sure. Oh, it might be a dead Shadow Shaman. 1-for-1 trade. Not the worst. Yeah, see that? Warlock ult? Not so good. Doesn't do anything there. They do kill the Pudge. Oh wow, no, the Alchemist is making plays now. Oh, the throw. Oh, that was an excellent fight. So what happened there was the Alchemist used Silver Edge to break Abaddon's ult so that it wouldn't go off passively. You'd have to activate it, and clearly he didn't activate it. This Lich is solo carrying the game. Kills 2 cores, the Juggernaut and the Magnus. That's what you want to be doing on position 4 Lich. That's excellent. I mean, the game looks like it's slowing down, but it really shouldn't be. If you're Radiant, you gotta just keep pressuring. Yeah, I mean, that was one bad fight. I think they got 2 split. They got pulled in by the Magnus. And you know what happened? After Shadow Shaman got pulled in, Pudge blinked into the tower thinking that he was immortal, and he's not immortal, right? He's tanky, but like, you don't want to be going uphill like that. That's crazy. You don't want to do that. Just gives the enemy team a lot of space to make plays, and now they're playing passive, even though they're strong. You know, they lose one team fight because of diving, by the way, and they just proceed to freeze. That's not what you want to do. You really, really, really have to be going here, right? Especially when Alk is starting to get items. Yeah, he got a full Black King bar off of that one fight. Not good. Dismember him. Dismember him. What is he doing? Does he not have Dismember? Oh my lord. He used Dismember on a creep. Oh man, that is not good. That is not what you want. Then he gets his hook blocked. Oh, that is not good. Yeah, it's really not good. At least they kill the Alchemist. Wow. They just can't kill this guy. Alright, well, let's see if they can kill this Arc Warden. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, they've got him. He's dead. That's what happens when your front line is just dead like that. You know, really, really don't know what these guys are doing. He dismembered a creep because he... This is why you don't jungle, guys. Like, when you're strong, you don't jungle. You don't jungle with your ultimate that has, like, a, 25-second cooldown. Just push and fight. That's what Pudge wants to do. You don't want to farm on a Pudge. I think that's the mistake people make the most. They feel like once something goes wrong in the game, they need to change what they're doing. Like, oh man, we tried pushing and we died. Well, it's time to jungle now. I gotta get my Shivas. No, I mean, the reason this fight went poorly was because you dove the tier 3 on all of their, like, their stuns, their ults, their, not what you want to do. But you're still strong, right? It's not like you've completely thrown away your lead. Then you jungle, your supports get picked off, and you're no longer deathballing. Like, keep in mind, they've been deathballing this whole time. They've been winning fights, right? Deathball, win fights. Now they are not deathballing. They're just all passively split farming. It's not what you want to do. Look, dead Lich again, because he's off in the middle of nowhere. Alchemist, thankfully, wasted a BKB charge. I mean, that's a... I don't want to say a win, but that's not so bad. It's not the worst trade. They should have known that was a fake. Alright, we're going to see a pause here. This is a really unfortunate game, and it shows you how poor decision making can just completely throw a game, right? It's one thing to, you know, do really good plays and change the swing of the game that way. It's the worst when it's your team that's throwing, doing really suboptimal greedy plays, and then the game kind of just falls apart because the Radiant was so far ahead. I bet you, when we look at the graph, okay, before that team fight, I bet you they were like 5 to 10k above net worth, at the very least. Same with experience. And now, you know, Dire has completely crawled it back. Pudge is using Dismember on an illusion. Guys, remember, if it's an illusion, Smoke of Deceit doesn't get broken, okay? If it's real, your Smoke of Deceit would get broken. Okay, well, they find the Lion. They know he's there because he's dewarding. He's overstayed. Don't do this. Don't ever deward alone like this. That's just asking for it. You know, it's not what you want to do. You can't do that, right? And I have this in one of my other videos. I talk about supporting. When you want to deward, you don't deward for the sake of dewarding. Yeah, he found the ward here, but so what? Was his team going to come here and get kills? Like, what's the point of dewarding this? He dewards it in plain vision. I mean, obviously there's vision there. You know there's a ward there. You don't know where the enemy team is. You know 2 of your illusions died in this area, right? And then he goes there anyways to deward alone, and now he's dead. Why? His team is fighting so hard to crawl back into the game, and you make these sort of greedy mistakes as support, and this is, you know, this is why it's anyone's game in Dota. It's really just who plays the worst right now. It's just like, oh man, if they play bad enough, maybe we'll win. So, yeah, I mean, they're finally back to pushing again. Oh, they had this warded. This Pudge needs to get some item that's actually... I think he's dead, right? Oh, so close. Not quite. Oh, that's disastrous. Yeah, that's bad. He's gonna try to get out, I doubt it. Yeah, he's done. I don't know how he missed that. Okay, well now we're at the point of the game where what I was saying in the beginning is coming true. The team fight on Dire is way too strong. Radiant has completely thrown their lead. Too many deaths. Too many solo support deaths. And they were very ahead. You know, there was a time where they tanked their ults and Pudge would just survive. But we're not at that stage of the game anymore. They've really lost their timing. They needed a death ball, take objectives, take control of the map. Instead, they split. They had one bad fight where they dove, they split. And now you can see the team with the superior team fight is starting to... I mean, they're... Why? Why is he alone here, right? Yeah, like, you know, why is Alchemist alone at the tier 2? Hope springs eternal. You know, if you've got enemies that play like this, who needs allies? Not good. Not good. Not what you want to be doing after winning a team fight. You wipe the enemy team, and then you go to mid alone to hit a tower. Like, no, man. Come on. Not good. This is a comedy of errors, okay? This is a tragedy of Dota errors. But they're doing the right thing. They're pushing. Alk is down. Warlock is down. Yeah, I don't really know what they're trying to do here. They can't do anything without team fights. Yeah, they're gonna lose 1 Rax for sure. Now they're gonna lose 2 because Magnus decided to try to defend that. If I was Radiant, I would definitely... Yeah, I push this for sure. Force the buyback from Magnus. This is the time to back off. If I were Radiant, I'd go Roche. Set up wards, bait Roche or go Roche. I don't think they can stop you. They can if they get a team fight off, but just set up vision here, right? And then if they do come in, like you put wards here, put wards here. If they come in, do a team fight. Like, you can just hook someone and then do something. Like right now they know Jug is mid, right? Kill this mag. That's what they gotta do. Okay? Supports need to get vision up on this area. They kill this mag. That's a dieback. Oh, there's the lion. Okay. Okay, no wards. No wards for the alchemist with silver edge. Oh, damn. That was a really nice play. That Lotus was very nice. Pudge is not where he needs to be. I think Juggernaut's already used his... Yeah, Juggernaut's used his Omni Slash, so he's not that scary anymore. But obviously the rest of the Dire team's there. I don't know what Abaddon's doing here. I literally don't know why Abaddon went back. Try to save this Pudge, but that is not... I mean, the timing's already gone. Again, Pudge overstaying. They got a kill. They lost their 2 supports immediately. Radiant gets Aegis because no sentries for this alchemist. Oh, painful. Painful, painful. Well, tell you what, okay? Dire ultimates are down. They have long cooldowns. Every single one of them. Omni Slash is a 2-minute cooldown. Reverse Polarity is a 2-minute cooldown. Golems are a 2-minute and 40-second cooldown. Almost 3 entire minutes. And they are going to play passive and wait because the enemy team has an Aegis. It's not like Aegis is why they're winning fights, right? They're winning fights because they're team fight ultimates. But no, it's time to go back to being passive. Imagine if this Pudge, yeah, he's getting the BKB, thank God. Thank goodness. He really needed that. That's the right item to go. He really needs Ags, to be honest, but, you know, BKB also important. Okay. What's their plan here? It's 1 kill. There is the... Oh! It's actually looking like it's going pretty good. Oh, no, 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 you gotta get out. Jug, why? Yeah, I don't know about that, Jug. I don't know about that. I don't think they got any of their ults off, right? I feel like Dire didn't get anything off there in terms of ultimates, except for Omni Slash. I don't think I saw golems. Maybe I did. I don't recall seeing an RP. I mean, that was good. Dire was trying to go on the Pudge, which is like the tankiest player, and he had his BKB on like at the perfect time, right? Like literal perfect, because he had BKB for that fight, which allowed him to really ignore a lot of the damage coming out of Dire. I mean, they have a lot of magic damage, the Radiance. They have the Blade Fury. They have Mjolnir on Juggernaut. Like, this Pudge is very tanky right now. He's doing a great job, except for the part where he throws repeatedly in team fights. Look at that. Hooks himself in a Wisdom Rune. And, you know, 2 people are dead on Dire, 1 without buyback, and you've got the supports. I don't know, doing what exactly? I really don't know. I guess they're going to head back now, which is fine. But the 2 supports really need to be with the team. Like, I really don't know why the supports are over there on the top together. Like, dual top lane farming supports. Definitely new meta. Alright, I mean, win condition for Dire, very simple, team fight, right? Smoke, find kills, you can fish somebody with mag, get a quick kill, team fights, you RP, golem, pretty much a win. Radiant, it's a lot harder. They have to play in a way where they don't get RP'd, where they don't get magnets pulled. Pudge frontlining is doing excellent. I mean, they keep putting Pudge up front, and for some reason they keep going for Pudge, even though he's the tankiest hero in the game by far. I mean, what Radiant really needs is for Dire to not use their ultimates and to make misplays. And I think the Radiant want to have as split of a fight as possible, you know, getting these hooks. And, I mean, they could also do pretty good with the smoke, to be honest. They might not have a very reliable way of initiating a fight other than Shadow Shaman, but, I mean, if they do find somebody to shackle or to hex, you follow with a hook, get a quick kill, and you get out, right? This ward is not important, okay? What's the point of warding this mid lane at this stage? It's so beyond that point where that's a useful ward. You want objectives, you want top. You want to get this top visioned up so that if you guys do take a team fight there, it's under your vision and not under theirs. Because you got to think about where the objectives are, right? Like, you got to think about where is it we want to be on the map. It's obviously going to be here. This ward, you know, it's better than no ward, but not by much, because you're not going to be playing around in this area, right? Here we go. Are they going to do the thing that I said? Are they going to go for the hook? Oh. Nope. Magnus is going to go for the hook, but they are alone. Where is the rest of Dire? Right? Like, where is Dire? This Lich just soloed, like, the entire Dire team. Oh my god, Rampage Lich. Man, see, this is what I mean, you know, these split fights. Like, there was no Warlock follow-up. The Alchemist came late. Magnus gets this really nice pull, honestly. Like, he gets a great skewer. But then there's just nobody there. Right? Like, why? Why is there no one there? Like, what is Dire doing? I wish I could see it from their perspective. I would love to know what they were doing when Magnus got that skewer. And there is the buyback getting all the kills, all the cleanup. I mean, that's still pretty good for Radiant, to be honest. They just got a whole host of people buying back on Dire, so even though they did wipe the Radiant team, it's still not the worst. But yeah, I mean, you push up against a Magnus is going to hook you or skewer you back, and then obviously you're going to have Dire buy back to pick up kills from that very nice skewer. Okay, well, let's see who does it better, okay? If Dire stick together for a team fight, they'll probably win the team fight. If they get vision and they stick together, they're going to be fine. If they play split, if they let Pudge get hooks, if they, like, I don't know, go off and start jungling or something weird, then they're probably going to lose the next fight. So we'll see what they do. Push. Okay, no more Lich ult for a minute, I think. Yeah. And they're going to get some towers here. Nice. I love that. I love when you get to the point of the game as Juggernaut where you can just kill supports with one egg slash. Like it's just the best. Okay, what the hell is Juggernaut doing? Not ideal. They let Pudge get a full dismember off on that Jug. Really not good. I don't know what the Zelk is doing. He needs to run out. Well, yeah. I mean, if Juggernaut hadn't been dismembered for that entire, like, 3.5 seconds, that probably would have gone pretty good for Dire. It's not looking good, to be honest, for Dire. Which means my friend is probably going to win this. Well, there you go, guys. That's DotA. Yeah, go straight for the throne, end it. You know that the mag doesn't have buyback. Doesn't really matter if anyone else does, because even if the Warlock buys back, you know he doesn't have ult. The Lion buys back. I mean, what the hell's the Lion going to do? Same with the Jug. Even if Jug buys back, he's not going to be able to kill these heroes solo. I think that's game. That's game. Yep. GG's. Okay, well, there you go. Game of Throws. The game did not have to be this way for either team. But misplays and mistakes are, you know, how heroes come back. That's about it for the live game analysis. Hopefully that was kind of entertaining, you know? Watching someone else play a game and having someone commentate about that. Alright, see you for now.